Hey, it's Greg Milby, Community Storyteller for Kentucky's Heartland and Kentucky'sHeartland.com. We are in downtown Hodgenville on the Squircle, right, Diana?
It's the Squircle, but for us old-timers, I'm sorry, sometimes I still call it the Square.
That's okay. Diana Aubrey is with the Lincoln Days Committee, and Lincoln Days always the first weekend of October, and that means October 5th and 6th, we're ready for another Lincoln Days.
We are ready for another Lincoln Days and for everybody to come and enjoy it with us.
It's such a huge festival and a huge event around Central Kentucky and Kentucky's Heartland because people want to come out because you have so many unique events that go on here.
We do. Lincoln Days has a few events that are very unique to Lincoln Days, such as the Pioneer Games. That's very unique to Lincoln Days, and our rail splitting contest. We also have our Lincoln and Mary Todd look-alike contest, and Little Abe and Sarah. That's unique to our contest. You know, we also think we have a pretty great parade, which is an afternoon parade, which is kind of unique for festivals. Most of the festival parades are in the morning. And then we're going to have some new events this year that we're pretty proud of. One of our long-standing events is our elementary art show. And in the past, we have always displayed our art in the square on the businesses. But this year, I kind of had one of those ideas that my colleagues sometimes say, oh, there she goes. But this one was a good one. We are teaming up with Sunrise Manor and Signature Healthcare, which is our local nursing facility, to include our elders in Lincoln Days.
Cool.
So they are going to be displaying all of our art, our elementary art this year, and judging it. And we're having an elder art contest as well.
That's awesome. So, as kind of backtracking a little bit and talking about some of the other things that are going on, the rail splitting contest and Pioneer Games. I mean, you have people come from all over the place to participate in this.
Absolutely. I mean, from a large area. I mean, you know, not just in Kentucky, but out of state. Other states will come and do that. Our Pioneer Games happen on Sunday afternoon. Even though they go on all weekend, the big accumulating event will happen on Sunday. So they come in early. And set up a lot of times on Friday afternoon, and you know they're there all weekend, and so. But the accumulating contests will happen on Sunday afternoon. It's a great weekend to come out, and I've already been looking at the weather forecast, and so far, cross your fingers, it looks good.
Yeah, I mean we've had some hot weather. Hopefully we can get it to cool off a little bit by next weekend. That would be great. So with Lincoln Days, it all starts. One, you have a pageant on Friday night.
We do, and that's another one of our Sunrise Manor events this year. It will be our first ever Lincoln Days Festival pageant, and that's going to be sponsored by Signature Health. We have some of their corporate people coming to judge, and it's for girls ages 16 to 21, and that will be a fundraising event for our elders vacation.
All right, and then we move into Saturday. There's a breakfast, and then we've got, of course, you have the opening ceremonies, but all day long you've got live music, food trucks, and a ton of other fun stuff just on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Great food. I mean, we have all kinds of food trucks. The food trucks are at Creekfront. They're here on the Squircle. They're going to be up next to our beer garden. We're going to have all kinds of food scattered all over town.
All right, and then we go into, you got live music, just a ton of that down here on the Squircle. And then on Sunday morning, something that's been going on for years, but we're hoping to revive this thing and really give it a lot of punch is the Rail Splitter Run. You have a 5K and 10K run that's a great way to start off your Sunday morning.
Oh, it is. We are so excited about this. You know, last year we had a really good turnout, and we're really wanting to grow this race. You know, we just think that we have a quality product, and that we want to see this race grow. It has just been a staple in Lincoln Days, but we've kind of revitalized it. And you know, we happen to have some pretty good managers. I don't know who those guys would be.
I don't know, but your MC is really handsome. Or not.
Yeah, you know, the other guy that helps him run that's pretty nice too.
They're nice people.
Yeah, they're really.
So it is the Central Kentucky Race Management event, and you know, there's registrations are still open. You can find all that information at lincolndays.org. I mean, I was looking at your site earlier, which, by the way, all that information's right at the bottom of the screen here for you. But lincolndays.org, that is really, truly the megaplex for information for Lincoln Days.
It is. It has all of our information. It has a list of all of our events. any forms that you want to have. You know, to enter our parade, it's free, and the race information is there. You know, anything that you have. And as I say, we do have some new events this year, like you might want to come watch the ice cream eating event that's going to be sponsored. Some of our businesses are participating in that. There's just different things going on this year, a farmer's market that's never happened. So we have old events that, you know, if you've been to Lincoln Days many years, you know, they're going to look familiar and everything, but we have new events as well. And this year it's Homegrown Heroes. You know, so we invite you to come back to Lincoln Days if you've been familiar with this. But, you know, if you've never been, hey, it's a great time to start a tradition. Come visit us. This town is a great place to come and visit, and it's a great place to make a new home.
That it is. And all right, so I'm going to ask you this. You've been around Lincoln Days for a while.
Yes.
What is your favorite Lincoln Day event? And you can only pick one. Don't give me that politically correct answer and pick a bunch of them. What is your favorite event?
Oh my goodness, that is going to be such a tough one because this is our 48th year and there's been very few Lincoln Days in all of those years that I have missed. So I've got to say that my favorite Lincoln Days event is probably the quilt show.
Oh. I wasn't expecting the quilt show out of that.
I know.
You shocked me.
I know, but my mom passed away a few years ago, and Lincoln Days was something that she looked forward to, and we planned for weeks in advance to come. And so that was our first stop every year was the quilt show. And we'd spend lots of time there and go eat lunch together. So I've got to say the quilt show is probably my favorite event.
Well, look at that. I will agree with you then on that one. My favorite is the look-alike contest. The fact that you can walk into downtown Hodgenville and see all kinds of Abe Lincolns, and it just, and they come from all over the place.
They come from all over the place. And I've got to say that we, over the years, have had, you know, a lot of times when you do one of those things, you know, you look and say, well, what kind of quality do you have? But I've got to say that we have had some of the best quality in this look-alike because they don't just look, you know, I mean, like they don't just dress up in costume. They have to speak. They have to give a Lincoln presentation when they do this. And it is just amazing the kind of quality that we have that come and participate in this. And so it's amazing. And it is wonderful to be walking around the square and meet President Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, it is Lincoln Days.
And I have to hype one more thing that's
sure.
That's a natural. This coming Sunday opens our art show that is presented in our downtown community room. And I've got to say that we have some fabulous artists that live and work here in our community. And if you have not been to our art show, you definitely need to come. It will be open this Sunday from 2 to 4. It's our opening event. But then it will be on display through Lincoln Days. And then you get to, it will already be judged this Sunday for the winners of our, open and Lincoln contest. But there is one event that is not judged, but is judged by the people, the People's Choice, and it will be open through Lincoln Days. Come, view our art show, and then judge the People's Choice.
All right, Lincoln Days. The build-up is here, and well, you know what? Let's give Honest Abe his look there. There you go. There's Honest Abe in the background of us.
Absolutely.
So again, Lincoln Days, October the 5th and 6th. You can find information at lincolndays.org. You can also go to the community calendar page of Kentucky'sHeartland.com, and you'll see the schedule, turn-by-turn directions to get here to the Squircle in downtown Hodgenville. We're looking forward to it. It's a great time. It is one of those events that is definitely ingrained in part of Kentucky's Heartland. So we appreciate all the work you do and your committee does to make this happen.
Thank you so much, Greg. And you know what? On Monday, October the 7th, we're going to rest, and on October the 8th, we'll be working on 2020.
Not shocked by that at all. All right, she's Diana. I am Greg. Lincoln Days coming up the 5th and 6th of October in downtown Hodgenville. Thanks for watching. This is Kentucky's Heartland.